Here's the deal. I want to make violin videos. So I want to make practice videos. I want to make progress videos. I want to make performance videos. That's a lot of P's. I want to even make a what's in my case video and just share my violin journey. I feel like I have to say all this before I start posting a bunch of violin content, simply because I have a lot more subscribers than I ever have before in the past. And the bulk of that, of you all, are here for fountain pens and journaling related content. Now, this channel has always been a virtual diary, so to speak, a journal of my interests and hobbies and really just whatever I'm inspired with at that very moment in time. That's what I tend to post and share, whether it's knitting or music or adventures or books or art or journaling and so on and so forth. It's kind of a modge podge of all the things. And my interests, they cycle a lot. And so here we are. Right now, I'm really inspired to take the violin a little more seriously. I have such a weird relationship with it, and I'm turning 40 next year, and that's really been, I don't know why, it's like this weird number in my head, and I feel like there were so many things that I had wanted to do with my life already at that point before 40, and they're not happening. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, silly, but that's just how I guess I've been feeling a little bit lately. I really love music. And because I love music, I have dabbled in a lot of different instruments, and it's been really fun. And I like exploring new instruments, and I probably will always want to explore new instruments because it's really fun for me. I like a hands-on experience. But because I've spread myself so thin in various instruments, I have never really felt like I've developed a mastery in any one instrument. And that's really sad. I feel like if I had put all of that time, and sure, like all of the learning of music has contributed to like ultimately this like one great big foundation of music ability that can be universal for all the instruments I've learned. But I really want to focus on one instrument and become a really adept player. The violin is my first love. It's the one that I have the longest relationship with. It's been a tumultuous relationship because I hate it, and I have left it. It's like this funny relationship in which we've broken up many times and gotten back together again many times, but I don't have anything to show for it. So even though collectively I've got like 4 to 5 years of violin experience under my belt, consecutively, I don't have that. I don't have the continuity, and therefore I am still very much a beginner, and that frustrates me deeply because I have the musicality. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my heart and my soul, I can hear it in my mind. I know what I want to express, I know the direction I want to go in, but I lack the technique to do that. And that's really frustrating. And it's my fault because I have not stuck with it. I have gotten sidetracked and distracted or frustrated or overwhelmed or bit off more than I can chew. I do tend to run before I can walk, and then I get really overwhelmed and I can be a bit impatient, and unfortunately this is an instrument that requires a whole heck of a lot of patience. This is a very challenging instrument. And so at some point in my life, I might be 50 or 60, I would love to be skilled enough to be able to join a community orchestra or a chamber group, have a little chamber group going. I just want to be able to play music skillfully and also like the way I sound and be able to read music better than I can and understand the violin inside and out. So that's what I'm working towards right now. We'll see. We'll see. No promises. I'm not going to write this in blood because I know me, and I tend to move from one thing to the next all the time. But they do tend to cycle back. So at least there's that. But I want to take the violin a little more seriously. And now I'm in a band playing the violin. So I think that will help because I have a new purpose. I think part of the challenge is that since I'm not going to school, since I'm not going to become a career musician, I feel like that time has passed already. It feels like I don't have a purpose, and it's like, why put all this work into an instrument that has no end, that has no goal? But I have a goal now, and I think this will all, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I don't know where it's going to go. But the point of this video is, heads up, there's going to potentially be a whole lot of violin content coming out because that's just what I want to transition to. Not to say that I won't do any other kind of videos ever again in the future, but it's probably going to be a little violin heavy, and I apologize to everyone that has no interest in watching me learn a very squeaky, high-pitched instrument. But there it is. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.